I kind of got just prayerfully tuned in, trying to go, okay, God, what should I do about this mess that I'm in and how I feel? I just started getting this sort of vibe that I need to go apologize.
Kody Brown wants to silence anyone who knows him from saying anything about him at all. He can't trust that even the people he thinks he's in good relationships with won't say something that the public won't dissect. In the past, Peyton has revealed that his dad tried to get all of the kids into NDAs, and Mary recently revealed that Kody tried to make an NDA part of her deal to finally get a fair share of Coyote Pass. This dude is desperate to shut his family up. For this next half of season 20 of Sister Wives, we're going to see Kody go on an apology tour, which is obviously an attempt to regain control over his ex-wife's narrative, but even more fascinating than that, and by fascinating, I do mean horrifying. Kody revealed on the Viles Files podcast that he's trying to retire Robyn from reality TV. Is Robyn no longer giving Kody the good PR angle he thought he would get from her? Why does Kody want to silence even the wife he is supposedly solid with? We have a lot to talk about. Let's get into today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel.
I want to set him free.
So how are you going to do that?
I go and apologize. This is my journey. My hope is for them to receive it well. I wanted to come and say that I apologize.
Wow.
I apologize. Here's the huge one. For saying I didn't love you.
This is my husband here. Why do you think this is appropriate?
Apology is so needed here because this is still so toxic.
Do you apologize that you are toxic to me?
His energy with my energy.
Okay, you gotta stop with the apologize word. The more you use it, the more it feels insincere.
Taylor had the Eras tour and now Kody has the apology tour. Kody has so many people that he ought to make things right with. The amount of cities he would have to travel to would rival the amount that Taylor visited on her epic Eras tour. But let's not get it twisted. This is so clearly not about making amends. It looks a lot more like a desperate strategic maneuver to control the narrative and silence the women that he can no longer command. After years of public backlash, family drama, and crumbling relationships, why is Kody having a change of heart now? A lot of viewers think it's nothing more than one of his classic Kody performances. This is definitely not some grand gesture towards healing. For years, Kody has made himself the villain of his own show. This is a role he has leaned into with anger and neglect and abandonment. Now that his family has fractured and the audience has turned on him, he's suddenly having a spiritual awakening. In a recent interview, Kody claimed that his apologies were coming from a deeply spiritual place. Sure, Jan. And it's an effort to heal after 5 very dark years of pain and backstabbing. He says he wants to make things right with himself, of course, his wife, God, and his exes. He wants to set them free with forgiveness. But many fans just aren't buying it, with plenty of online chatter calling his actions staged and obviously purely for the cameras. After all, an apology without any real change is just words, and Kody's track record is not great. This dramatic shift feels less like authentic growth and more like a convenient storyline to keep the show going now that the original premise has fallen apart. I don't think narcissists typically apologize because they feel bad. They apologize because they want something. And in this case, it looks like Kody wants sympathy, and via sympathy, he will get control. But the most telling proof that this might all be a sham comes directly from the women who were supposed to be on the receiving end of those apologies. If you want to know if Kody's apologies were received as sincere, just look at the faces of all of his ex-wives. Christine Brown's reaction was a masterclass in polite disbelief. When Kody sat down across from her and David to apologize for saying he never loved her, her response was immediate. "This is my husband here. Why do you think that's appropriate?" It was an awkward moment that seemed to reveal Kody's real motive. As Christine would later explain, she felt this apology was for him, not for her. She said it was self-serving, an attempt to make her new happy life about his old pain. Christine made it clear if he truly wanted to apologize, he needs to fix the broken relationships he has with their children. Mary Brown, who put up with years of emotional neglect, was just as skeptical. During their sit-down, Kody admitted things were toxic, which prompted Mary to ask, "Are you apologizing that you are toxic to me?" She later would tell the cameras in her confessional, his energy fucks with my energy, and bluntly told Kody that the more he repeated the word apologize, the more insincere it all felt. After decades of empty words, Mary sees this for what it is, a bid for a quick fix without doing any of the actual work. This whole situation points to one thing. This apology tour was probably never about making peace with his exes. It's about silencing them. By offering these half-assed apologies, Kody is trying to reclaim the moral high ground. He's creating a narrative where he's done his part. And if his ex-wives hold on to any negativity, then they become the problem. This is a classic manipulation tactic. It's like, I said I'm sorry, so you have to forgive me. One thing I can guarantee you this is not is about healing in any fashion. This is just reputation management. For years, Kody was in control. Now, Christine, Janelle, and Mary have found their voices. They're living their own lives and they're telling their own stories. And they seem to be thriving without him. He has lost control of the narrative. And this apology tour is an objectively weak attempt to get it back. He wants to wash his hands of his past bad behavior and put the burden on forgiveness on the women he has wronged. He isn't asking for forgiveness. He's demanding silence. Now I want to talk about Kody's latest revelation that he doesn't want Robyn to do reality TV anymore.
Could you, and I know it's nuanced and I want to respect obviously your privacy, but also just like reality TV is famously challenging for relationships. There's a lot of relationships. I'm sure Gia has had a front row seat with just friends and colleagues, and just like that universe is drama, right? You're getting people to open up, and most people in relationships, you want to, like Nelly and we're in public figures, but we talk a lot about protecting each other, protecting our relationship, and that matters most. It's very difficult for people who are on TV where the job is to be open. Do you think the lifestyle or you being on a TV show impacted the marriages that didn't work out the most?
Easily would be both.
Okay.
I mean, we were a family that was working hard to be together. Then certain things happen. People change. Your bodies change. Your thought processes change. Your children grow up and they leave the house. And that leaves you in a state of wondering what is going on. What is the relationship that you have with your spouse after your children have left the home? These are all things that are very nuanced. But the thing about reality TV that is so dangerous for loving families is they're looking for the rub, the grind, the tension. They're looking for that. And if you play into that, you can be with your best friend and start looking critical. You can be with your wife and look critical or be criticized. And so it's you have to be really well grounded. And 16 years into it, I'm just trying to still find my way in this world, because it's definitely a world of he said, she said. It's a challenge to be in reality TV.
For sure.
I like to retire my wife, Robyn, from television so they can't pit us against each other now.
How's that going?
We're solid.
Okay.
Yeah. If you guys knew, I mean, I probably talked about her all the time. So anybody that was hanging out with me, it was like, I like to talk about my wife, who is shy, doesn't want me talking about her, but, favorite person in the world.
So according to Kody in this clip, he wants to protect his marriage, so he doesn't want Robyn to do reality TV anymore. Maybe on the surface, you might think, oh, that's kind of sweet. Maybe it's kind of heroic, protect our marriage at all costs. Do not fall for this trap. This is not a rescue mission. This is a hostile takeover. So part of Kody's trap is all about getting Robyn away from any kind of public accountability. This is a man who finds it hard to feel accountable. He has said it himself. It's like he's saying the quiet part out loud. We've seen this play out for years and years. I think Kody sees saving Robyn from scrutiny as another instance of him rescuing this damsel in distress. He's a hero. But in reality, the one and only place where Kody and Robyn's perfectly crafted stories get even a little bit challenged is in their talking head confessionals and the end of season tell-alls. By retiring Robyn, Kody would basically be removing his star character witness from the stand. There would be no more producers asking Robyn to explain the tears or her version of the timeline. No more having to answer for her role in the family's implosion. She would be completely gone, away from the scrutiny that, let's be honest, both of them seem to absolutely hate. And that brings us to the second and what I feel is the more sinister part of this whole thing. This is about Kody grabbing total control over the narrative. Kody has been complaining for years about how the show's editing makes him look. Well, gee, if Robyn's off the show, there's no editing for her story. There are no producers asking for her side of things. There is only Kody's version of the truth. Kody describes himself as having a big mouth, while Robyn, who he says is shy, has to basically run around telling everyone he's a really nice guy. I mean, we've seen that dynamic. It's a huge part of their thing. If Robyn's off camera, she can't even give her own heavily filtered side of the story. She would just become this silent partner in public, while Kody gets to say whatever he wants about their relationship. He could spin any story he wants about his kids or his ex-wives, and Robyn wouldn't be there on camera to back him up or deny it. He would be the one and only narrator of their life, which is a power position I think he's wanted from day one. And you know, the wildest part is that even with all this retirement talk, the OG fam still talks about filming, which honestly just makes this feel like a strategic test than an actual real plan intending to set in motion. I think Kody is desperate for the really dark stuff about their family to never come out. I honestly think we've barely scratched the surface with how problematic this family is, and Kody is desperate to shut everyone up. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. As always, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Check out my second channel, Sarah Spills, and my podcast, Mostly Harmless. Links for both of those will be in the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, X, and TikTok at Reality Squad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.